Hey everyone, Mary from SVG Cuts here, and I'm pretty excited about this fun new collection of Thanksgiving projects. And I think the cool part about this is always for Thanksgiving I like to think of some kind of a fun place card holder. So, you know, at each place at the table or wherever, you have your plate and your cup and everything, and then you have your cute little thing with each person's name on it. So I think it makes someone feel really special when they come in and they see like, oh, there's my name at the table, you know, it's exciting. And so I wanted to make a really cute one that used one of these LED tea lights, which you can get at Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Target, all over the place. And it just takes one or two in there and it lights up and it's super cute. So I did it in fall papers, but you can also, of course, do it for Christmas, Halloween, even Mother's Day, make it look real girly. So have fun with that. And we also have a cute little cornstalk card, which is kind of wild and crazy, but I think that's part of what makes fall so fun, is how there's just so much going on with fall, all the harvesty stuff. So the coolest part for me is the Cornucopia, which came out really nice, and I stuffed mine here with some candy and also with some of this shredded paper that's kind of the same color as my Cornucopia, so it kind of just blends in there, and then you just stuff some candy in. And the cool thing is that you can make all of these projects on any mat size. The only thing that you can't do is if you have a small mat, you can't make the envelope for the card, but you can make everything else. So we also have our cute little pilgrim hat here, which is, as you can see, nice and simple, and which means nice and quick. So if you wanted to make a bunch for a classroom or just, you know, a bunch to hand out, you can. You could even get creative and put a little nameplate on these and use these as place card holders at the table too. So we also have our cute turkey, which is kind of funny with his little cockeyed hat. And I just put some fun candy in here. You can do really whatever you want, a little gift, maybe some cookies wrapped up in some plastic or something. So that guy is really fun and cute too. So the paper that I used is from Hobby Lobby. It's the Hobby Lobby store brand. It's called the Paper Studio is the name brand, and it's called the Natural Botanical Stack. And it is natural and earth tones, and it has like a fall feel to it because it's got fall leaves in it. So really, like I always say, whatever kind of fall paper you find or you have is going to look really cute with all these projects. So I have all my pieces cut out, so let's take a look. So first, let's take a look at our little house. Now, the body of the house is just one piece here, and then the chimney is a little piece. Then we've got three little rectangles of vellum, and our banner, which is cool because it's just one long strip and you fold it at the score marks and write the name on there, glue it on. And then our roof, which just folds in half. We've also got a door on here and three little windows too. So first, let's take the body of our house here, and as you can see up top, this hole is for the chimney, but these three holes are for the windows. So the first thing you want to do is flip it over and take your vellum, and I'm just going to put a line of glue around one window and lay my vellum right on top. So go ahead and do that for the other two windows, and when you're done with that, you can flip it over and glue your three white windows on, or whatever color yours are, and your door onto the front. So next, let's take our little chimney here, and what we're going to do first is fold it around like this, so that this tab here on the end gets glued down to the opposite side here, starting to form a little three-dimensional like rectangle shape. So give that a minute to dry, and then the next thing we'll do here is put glue on the three tabs that are all next to each other here, with this guy that folds down right on top of them. So give that just a second to dry here too before we move on. And then, as you probably can guess, this is going to come up through the top here like this. So it doesn't matter if it's going this way or this way. We just want to put a nice little dot of glue on each of these tabs, on all 6 of them. And then it's just a matter of poking it through here. And first, just to get it in place, I'm only holding down these longer tabs here, here and here. And once those get a good hold, then I can worry about the other tabs, which technically, even if they don't even get glued down, it is not a huge deal. Okay, so there's our chimney. Now we just want to glue our little house together. My glue's drying up a little bit. And just wrap this guy around and line it up real nice with the edge of the paper on the fold along here. And then we can just put glue on these 3 tabs, glue the bottom down, and then we can put glue on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tabs here and glue our roof in place. So once that is dry, we can go ahead and put our cute little panel right on the top. So next, let's take a look at our cute little Pilgrim Hat container. And we have the buckle and the hat band here. I've got this piece, which is the top, and this piece, which forms the body of the top. This is the bottom, and then there are 2 circles here, which just get glued right on top of each other, like so. And while that's drying, you might want to put it underneath like a book or something so that it dries nice and flat. So the first thing we can do is put some glue on the end tab of the top of our hat and just line that up real nice and give it a chance to dry. And then we're just going to put glue on all 4 of these tabs and put our little top in place. So to put the hat band on, we can weave the buckle through just like a real buckle and move it to one of these 2 parts in the middle. I'm going to just secure it with a little dot of glue, but that's not really necessary. Okay, so you want to make sure that it's basically in the middle, and then it's just a matter of gluing this whole thing onto your hat. And you can tell if you need to scoot it up or scoot it down based on how well it's fitting, and that's it. So for the bottom, we just do the same thing we did for the top, which is to put a little bit of glue on this end tab, hold that in place, and put glue on all 4 of these tabs, and take your circle and just glue that right in the center of the circle. So next, let's take a look at our cute little turkey. And the main body part of the bag is just one piece, and then you basically just decorate the front of it. So if you want to go ahead and take your 6 feathers and glue them onto either this side or this side, doesn't really matter, so that it's easier to work with, then to put this together, we are just going to put a little bit of glue on this end tab and put that in place. Give it a minute to dry, and put glue on these 3 tabs here, on all 3 of them, and just put the bottom in place and let it dry. Then you can go ahead and put your feathers on if you still need to, and put your cute little turkey guy on. So finally, for our cute little cornucopia here, we just have 6 pieces that are the panels and 6 pieces that are the body of the cornucopia. So these panels go on at the end. Now let's just take a look at these 6 pieces. Now I went ahead and I took a marker and I drew on top of the numbers that have already been put there by your machine. So you'll be able to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that way you know that you're going in the correct order. So when you take these panels off your mat up here, it's kind of nice if you leave them in order so you know which one goes where. But as you go, you'll be able to see that you can tell where they go as well without keeping them in order. So let's go ahead and put glue on all of the side tabs going all the way up. And it doesn't really matter which one you start with as long as you put them on in the right order. So I'm just starting with number 1 and I'm gluing it to number 2. Pretty straightforward. Now all I need to do is just take it 1 tab at a time, and after I put one in place I just give it a couple seconds to dry before I move on to the next one. Otherwise it might slide out of place and we don't want that to happen. So just work your way up to the top. Now if you want to glue this tiny little top tab, you can, but actually you can just skip gluing that. Just leave it naked and it will serve its purpose just fine up there. So go ahead and put glue on all these tabs. And now I'm going to grab my number 3 and I'm just going to do the same exact thing. Just going to go 1 tab at a time. And I'm just making sure that I'm lining it up as perfectly as I can. Lining up the edge of number 3 with the fold of number 2. And I have this nice glue that I like to use because it dries quickly but not too quickly. It's kind of like the perfect amount of time. You've probably got some too, but just in case you don't, it's this Scotch Quick Dry Adhesive. I've gotten it at Michael's and Hobby Lobby and Archivers. So you just want to be careful to not really get it too much on your fingers because you don't really want to get glue all over the place, and it might not have the nicest ingredients to be getting on your body. There's also a green glue, which is safer to get on yourself if you do a lot of crafting. It does not dry as quickly, so I don't use it for these videos because it would take too long, but it's a lot safer in case you get it on your fingers, or if kids are using it, or if you're doing a lot of gluing. It's called Green Glue by Eco Green Crafts. And the last time I looked, they had it on Amazon and online. Okay, so I'm just working my way down, and I'm just doing the same thing all the way down. And now I'm on number 5 here. And just lining it up, giving it a chance to dry, and working my way down the line here. So when you do crafts like this, you'll have to tell us, what do you do while you are gluing stuff that's kind of easy? Like this is easy, but it takes a little time. So do you like to put a movie on or listen to music? Personally, I like both. I kind of like to put a movie on that I've already seen so I don't have to really like watch it. And then I can just listen to it and enjoy it, but I don't have to like pay attention. So I think that's fun. Or if you're doing a craft with maybe your son or your daughter or your friend or your grandkids, then it's a good time to chat about whatever. I think I've had some of my best conversations with my mom and with my girlfriends, like over some crafts, because like the pressure's off, you're like working on something, so people kind of open up and get silly. Okay, so I'm finally closing up my final seam here. And again, it's just the same thing. The only difference is I'm closing up my project. So I'm going to start at the top instead so that I can really get my hand in there. And I want to give this one a nice amount of time to dry so it doesn't start sliding apart. So I just want to do this top one here, and then I'm going to jump down to the bottom, and then the others are going to kind of just fall into place for me. So just working my way up on this one. I've got these 3 left to do, and then we can move on to our panels, which are super easy to stick on, and it's actually really simple to tell which one goes where. So I'm just going to grab this first panel here, and as I can see, it fits perfectly here, so I know I can glue it on. And then just before you glue each one on, just make sure that you've got the correct one, and you can just tell that it fits. So another nice thing is if you have a brown ink pad, just maybe rub that around the side of your paper. It looks real nice, and just glue them on. And then I took my hot glue gun, and I had these fun sequins, and I glued that around the edge. So any kind of ribbon would look pretty cute, I think. So that's it. Pretty easy, pretty fun, and definitely cute projects for Thanksgiving. So I think these will really add a cute touch to your Thanksgiving table, or if you want to take them, make them and take them somewhere, it'll be really fun. So thanks for watching, and if you make any of these, you'll have to share pictures with us, and I'll catch you next time, and happy crafting!
Learn more by visiting www.svgcuts.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and watch all of our crafty videos on YouTube. It's a world of crafty content with you in the middle. SVGcuts.com, inspiring you to live creatively and beautifully.